I started a brand new Etsy shop just to prove that it's not luck, and if you know what you're doing, it's not that difficult to get a few $1,000s in your first few months. As you can see, this right here is today, this is yesterday, this is the last 7 days, and this is the last 30 days. And just to prove that it's not fake, here it is on my phone as well. As you can see, that right there says yesterday, this is last 30 days, this is the last 7 days. So here it is once again, today, yesterday, and also we can go ahead and do this year right here. And as you can see, we did have this shop before, but it just was one of our shops that wasn't really active, but we decided to go ahead and put it to use, especially with the fourth quarter being here now, and you can make literally 6 figures just during December alone. So around here, I just decided to start uploading designs that we already had on our hard drive, and then right here, we started focusing on designs based on product research, and then right here, we started to go into different product categories. So I'm going to show you 2 tools that I use to be able to do this, which I've shown multiple times over, but there's a lot of things that you got to think about when it comes to using these 2 tools as well. If you're new to Etsy or you're struggling to make some sales, here's some things that you want to think about as well. For one, you're going to want to put your emotions to the side. You're not the best designer in the world. You don't think just because you like particular niches don't mean it's the best niches in the world neither. Selling on a marketplace isn't about what you want, it's about what the customer wants, and the data is already there. The data already lets you know exactly what the customer wants. So here's one of the tools that I use to be able to do this, which is Printify. I know most of you guys probably heard of it. If you haven't, it's a print-on-demand company. So what they do is print and ship the products to your customer for you. But why is this really important? I know most of you guys come into the game selling t-shirts, and a lot of you guys know how to create it as well. There's nothing wrong with that, but in the beginning, you want sales before you want profit margin. So if you only have an additional 3-4 hours per day, then you only have 3-4 hours per day to focus on one thing, which is getting sales. If you have to get sales and fulfill the product, then you're gonna be wasting your time on where it will really matter the most. So for example, if you're focusing 2 hours on getting sales and then you get an order for 3 or 4 products, then you're gonna have to focus on the other 2 hours thinking about how you're gonna fulfill the products or actually fulfilling the products. And this is gonna slow you down from getting more sales just like that. Instead, you can spend 4 hours doing what you did the first place to get you those sales. That way you get double the amount of sales, and then you can use a print-on-demand company to fulfill the products. Why is this important? Because the more and more you get sales, and now you also have data on which designs sell really well more than the other ones that could be a lot more easier for you to fulfill in-house, you could choose to take those products and fulfill those in-house. That way you can have the higher profit margin for those products. So although we've done $8,000 in sales, really only close to 25% of it is profit margin. However, this is where you have to really think how you can scale beyond that. So let's go ahead and look at it. If we click on the catalog for Printify, obviously there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of products. So even if you do know how to make certain products in-house, I know you're not making something like that. I know you're not making stickers. Well, you might be. I know you're not making a wireless charging pad or a bento box or a desktop calendar. Most of the products right now that we are selling are sweatshirts, so we can get it for close to $20 and we're selling it for $40. So we're close to a 50% profit margin, but half of that alone at the moment is being spent on Etsy ads. So once we really rank those products, we can get more and more organic sales as well. Now, number 2 is a tool that I show off a lot on here. This one is called Everbdoio, which is for product analytics. I think a lot of times people are kind of overthinking it, and maybe they're kind of overwhelmed on doing the product research itself. There's actually a simple way that you can do this so it's not as overwhelming. And a lot of times I think we're attaching our emotions to the products, so we choose to not create the actual product designs. You have to put your emotions to the side if you really want to make sales, because this is a marketplace. The data is already telling you what customers are coming on here for. It's not entirely up to us to decide what the customers should like. We already know what they like. So as you can see, I could just sit here and click on the little B each and every single time, and as you can see, this product right here is bringing in $2,400 per month. So we should put our emotions to the side and think about a cow ghost costume Halloween design. But it would take all day if we sat here and clicked on it for each and every single product, right? So what you can do is go to app.everbdoio, or I'll post a link down below, and on this page right here, you can just pretty much do a wide search. And I'm gonna click on sweatshirt right here. Well, actually, I'm going to type sweatshirt. And as you can see, now I have tons and tons of data all on one page in comparison to when I was looking at it on Etsy. And what I can do is click on this export button right here, and I can download it as an Excel sheet. And now that I have an Excel sheet, I can deal with it a whole lot easier. I can organize it by the monthly sales right here by right-clicking it and clicking sort sheet from A to Z, or actually is Z to A. And now, as you can see, I have all of these sales sorted by high to low. And now I can just highlight over and I can see which products that I want to keep so that I can either send to my designer or I can do it myself. So this way we're not always on the hunt for the next product design, and we're just laser focused on creating the actual designs and getting them listed. This isn't some kind of overcomplicated video of how I had to do this to get more sales, or how I had to do this, or how I had to do that. Really, it's just about keeping it simple. And the key factors that a lot of people are missing out on is staying laser driven focus on just that one thing, which is getting more sales. So anytime you've had 1 or 2 sales, look at the data, look at those designs, see what you did with those actual listings that got you those sales originally. And then you can double down on listings that look just like the ones that already got you sales. The more you practice, the better you get at it. The second part that's really important though is product types. A lot of people come into the game trying to sell t-shirts, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with. And of course it is saturated, but saturated does not necessarily mean it's a bad thing. I mean, that's a huge market for it. Lots of people are selling, lots of people are buying. But your product designs do have to be creative so that they do either stand out or stand in with what's on trend when it comes to selling t-shirt designs. But with print on demand, there's multiple products that work as well. You can use the product research methods to not only look at designs that are selling, but you can also use it to look at the product types that are selling very well as well. Just because you looked up sweatshirt and you saw a mug pop up, it doesn't mean don't focus on that design and don't look at why this product was selling. Put that to the side and then do some research on that mug design and that product type. If this video helps you out, go ahead and comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.